that comes in between, right? That slips into.
Yes, sir. My second language is Hindi.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Oh, okay. Just a minute. Let me set up the things. Great. Hey, one person who opened the camera is gone. I think Anandita. Anandita, you are also near a beach in between a storm or what? Actually, I wanted to have Vanshika here in the call because she has actually written. Uh, she has started writing blogs on the topic that we were discussing in our last live session. She has also made Instagram page for the same. I will share the link below with all of you guys so that appreciate the efforts that she's making and just a minute. And see how you can also be a part of it. Give suggestions, but also be a part of it. Be an active member. I didn't attend both previous lectures. Hira, you so your first name is Angel or Hira?
My name is Angel and my surname is Hira.
Okay. So Angel, you will get the recorded sessions here in the tab of this UA.
Okay, got it.
Perfect. Vanshika, we were just talking about you. I was telling your co-mentees here that they should. I've dropped the link of your page as well. They should start being there around in your page and maybe help you out. You can seek the help. आज फिर गई. Yes, Nehli.
So I have that doubt about the vlogs. Like, what we have to do? Like, can you repeat that?
You can watch the live session anytime. No, blogs are basically it's a more it can be formal, it can be semi-formal, but it's a place where you tell story with a purpose of sharing just the knowledge and not any professional viewpoint maybe over it. But when you say articles, articles are formed in a better presentable and a little professional way because they are supposed to be sharing information around topics with your viewpoint in it as an expert. So when you write blogs, you can share it. It can be just a story about how you experienced your day, as simple as that. But the blog's purpose altogether is to give out a story, some information, something for people to read out. Whereas articles give focuses more on informational and professional part of it.
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. So you can go through this link and maybe find out how Vanshika is working around and playing around this thing. Copywriting is what I do. Copywriting is something that is all about ads. It's about how you sell products. Abhi tak, we've been talking about blogs, articles, white papers, case studies, SEO, all the technical stuff, all the stuff where we were informing readers, where we were connecting with readers, where we were um, sharing our strategies, our solutions in the format of case studies and making it more presentable for people seeking our company's product or services. But copywriting will tread on a different set of path where we'll not just be sharing information, but we'll playing with the mind. In this session, in this particular session, I will be denoting blogs, articles, white papers, case studies, and other formats of writing as content writing. Although one thing needs to be clear that content writing is a bigger umbrella under which there are different formats we write, like blogs, articles, copywriting, and everything. But for this particular session, to have an understanding, copywriting is one part of it, content writing is one part of it, which consists of blogs, articles, white papers, case studies. Okay. There are three major differences when it comes to copywriting and content writing. In content writing, we inform readers. We are informing about our day when I'm writing a blog and sharing a story. I am informing about how did the EV sector is going to disrupt or make a great space for people to have business. And I am using informations, all the collective informations, for people to see a broader perspective from different angles and make a decision wherein I am also giving my point of view. But in copywriting, what do we do with that story we have in mind and that information that we have? We persuade people. We're not just informing readers about what is going on around the space. We make this issue that is going around in the space, let's say, their personal problem. We persuade the audience, we persuade their mind. It's not the appropriate example, I would say, or analogy, but how we make puppy faces around our parents and elder siblings to get approval for some things, and we do exactly the right things only throughout the day, all the right things. We say all the right we give all the right answers and everything, right? Why? Because we want to persuade their mind with an image that, okay, I'm a good child, I listen to you, I'm a good sibling. Now, please agree to my point as well. I have been through all your commands and everything throughout the day, throughout the week. That's how you persuade them. But here, when the brand is digital, it's only digitally present, right? It's the product or the service that is being given through which their experience will be built. But before that, who are they going to communicate it with? Is the digital personality of the brand. So that digital personality needs to be persuasive. And what these two kind of things where you inform readers and you persuade readers does is, when you inform readers, it builds the connection for people to come back to your content because your content is authentic, where your blog and article is authentic, and the content that you've shared, the informations that you've shared, the figures that you've shared, help that person to stand out in the peer group, in the colleague group. So that is the loyalty that is being built for the people. Also, in another perspective, when the brand is giving out opinions, when the brand is writing long format articles talking about how different batteries can affect differently to an EV car. And let's say if you are stuck with an EV car on your long trip, how does one repair it? Or what possible problems can happen and how do you solve themselves by yourself? These kind of things, when you write, you inform readers about certain things besides the figures, and that builds loyalty. But to have them buy an EV is the part of copywriting. When are they going to know about how which battery is better for an EV, how to repair or service the EV by themselves at home? when they buy an EV, right? That's what copywriting does. Copywriting helps you persuade the mind, and this persuasion of mind helps you as a writer trigger an action that they should take. And this purely, that's the third point. When you have persuaded, you have triggered, you have given them a prompt, and this is not artificial intelligence, this is human intelligence. You've given a prompt, and then they go and fill the form, then they go and visit your showroom, they go and try your product. That is the third point. Copy converts that traffic into the sales and leads. Also, when we do SEO, we are getting people onto our platform, right, to read our blogs and articles or case studies. In that also, there are certain parts of that content where you might see the blog writer asking you very cleverly and very subtly to subscribe to their newsletter, to fill out that form, or maybe try the service out, or book a demo. It's either in the middle of the content or towards the end of it, and very subtly plugged. Whenever there is a persuasion of this kind and they want you to fill out a form where there is a action, there is an action attached to it, that is part of copyright. So in the blog also, when you are asking them to subscribe to the newsletter, that subscription line, whatever you will write, will not just be normal line. It will be a copy piece. Make sense? सब जा रहा है या जा रहा है? Perfect. Keep it interactive. At any point you feel like something that you want to ask, let me know. Huh? The thing with copywriting is everywhere in the space of content writing. Okay, one more thing. It's copy sets, and copy pieces. We are not Xerox machine that we will say copies. Cool. A lot of times people say, "Arey, please write copies for this brand." Yeah, Baba, I'm not a Xerox machine which you will give command ki give 5 copies and it will just print the 5 copies. We're humans. We write copy, we write copy pieces, and we write copy sets. So copy sets can be which can have different copy pieces under one head out of which you can choose for the same brief. The first thing here on the screen, if you see, that it must convey a personalized tone. It's for every format of content writing, but mostly for copywriting, because if it is not being personalized, why will I sell or why will I buy it? You found that Yuva had a personalized solution for you, and hence you hopped onto it, and your parents also said yes to it. So your copy must convey a personalized tone. We should know who we are talking to, and then break down how are we going to talk. That how will decide whether or not people will seek interest in your ad, in your copy or not. And it's not a one like overnight revelation kind of thing. So like I was saying, it's the copywriting is intended to advertise and run marketing campaigns. Campaigns, you all know, marketing campaigns that go around. Have you
Sir,
all?
can you give an example?
Okay. Great that you said, Tejal. Otherwise, I was going to say, are we all, practicing some Maun Vrat or silence something for? Um, See, marketing campaigns are basically done on different occasions. Let's say Diwali is coming up, and the brand focuses on, let's say, Amazon. Amazon has a marketing campaign around two kind of audience. That is, one is seller, one is buyer, and they run different kinds of advertisements under one topic. Let's say to drive festive sales here is the objective of it, and then you drive campaigns with different kind of ad approaches in different formats. It can be paper ad, it can be YouTube ad, it can be Instagram ad, it can be TV commercial, it can be a message WhatsApp campaign. But a campaign is part has a cumulative ads approach in it. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Yeah. So advertisement is one part. Marketing campaigns comprises of different advertisements. Okay, different formats, different things, but its objective will be the same. Every ad that will be run around that period of time will have the same objective. We see around IPL also, no? A lot of brands use their commercials and different spaces of advertisements with the same objective to show off their brand, and somewhere or the other related with the performance, agility, endurance of the players. Third thing is very essential. You need to capture audience attention. Now, in this, the last point also gets tagged along. That is, you don't make false claims. A lot of times, uh, the the times when we capture attention is the time that we actually speak out the problem in a simplified way. For example, Snickers. Snickers did this ad where a person changes its personality when he or she is hungry. You have They made it visually so appealing that, oh, yeah, that's true. When someone is hungry, they behave differently. And that's what capturing audience attention mean. If you have seen recent Swiggy's ad, have you seen that Groom Broom ad and Madhuri ad?
No, sir.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have seen that. That groom and broom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, how come you have not seen? You guys are not so social after all, huh? I'm not talking about you, Rajneet. You are very social. I have no doubt about it. And in a very, very good way. Everything that I'm saying in a very good way. I'm just searching up the ad so that you get an idea. This recent one is great, huh? I'll just pop it up. Share my screen. Okay, share this tab instead. You guys can see my screen, right?
I've seen this ad. I remember this New Year.
सॉरी सॉरी चावल है चावला नहीं.
Sorry, madam.
You name it, we'll get it. Swiggy Instamart पे get chawal and more in 10 minutes.
This is one ad that Swiggy made. Another was the broom and groom ad, like Snail you was saying. Someone was mistyping groom, and there is a wedding going on, and the Swiggy Instamart guys just kidnap the groom from the wedding. They wrap it up and they start running towards the delivery point, and suddenly the customer corrects the spelling and writes groom. नहीं, groom उल्टा बोल दिया. Yeah. So groom, they wrap up the groom and they were taking groom, but they correct the spelling. The consumer corrects the spelling and it writes broom. So they unpack the whole groom, and they, leave the groom at his own place again, and then come back. You need to capture the attention of the audience, and to do that you need to simplify things, because we have a lot of complications around our life.
Even those Canva ads nowadays are really good.
Yeah, but I would say a person needs to sit and watch that ad. This ad, when
Correct.
you played, sorry,
The Canva ads are lengthy but really heartwarming.
yeah. The thing is, when an ad, so the purpose of the ad also differs. Here, the purpose of the Swiggy's ad is to promote their delivery, the rap, quick response of their partners, delivery partners, and the consumers. Whereas Canva has just started. If you know, Canva never made any ad around up to this point in Indian market. The first ad, this is the second or third ad that they have come up with. So, in every part of the ad, you see, that needs to capture audience attention. We will see examples around as well. I'll just open up one more thing that just got into my mind. Oh, on great ad, I sure this particular ad, I there's a whole video and case study around it. I show the mentees of copywriting this thing, but we will see the ad around which the copywriting is actually done. Let me just open it up and then we will continue the session, because I'll just forget, I am that kind of person. I think this should do the justice. Yeah, cool. So when the time comes, we will look at that ad as well. These are two different ads which show two different approaches to the same thing, that is selling service, copywriting. Nothing has of the brand's similarity. Cool. Anybody has any question or thing that they want to share up to this point?
No, sir.
Perfect. Thank you, Teju. Okay, so yes, Nehli.
Yeah, like there was a ad, like it was something a child remembers about his past life or something. Then he goes to that house, and that was an ad of a wooden thing. Like the wood lasts longer. It is so good that even a South Indian film was like based on. It was produced on that story. The ad was so good.
Yeah, I have fragments of it. I remember fragments of it. There was something in the cupboard as well, that child.
Yeah. It was like that. Child remembered like his past life. He went. He met his wife. Then that was the ad for that wooden thing.
A century ply? No? Or yeah.
I don't remember, but I had seen that a film was based that story based on that ad.
Hmm. That's great. That's great. Yeah, that's one ad. So you see the ads that you remember captured your attention. They have something or the other that persuaded your mind, triggered an action that, oh, this is great. I cannot buy this thing, but oh, it's a great concept. I should remember it. And unnecessarily we remember it. I also remember a lot of ads. If have you seen any time that Big Babool's turtle ad?
Yesterday only. गलती से आ गई थी.
Yeah, man, that's such. Yes, Aditi.
I even noticed like Cred K ads, like the app Cred, they have really creative ads because
Mm-hmm.
cricket my family watches, and uske bhi interesting.
Aditi, your voice was breaking in between. Like I can. Is that same with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can Can you repeat, Aditi? You were saying about Cred's ad and how they use the cricket angle to advertise, right?
No, like while watching cricket, like the advertisements come, the ads.
Hmm.
Interesting, like
Oh
humorous.
yeah, yeah. The cry. So I differ some at some points with the Cred's approach on taking advertisement, because that was just money burnt, nothing sufficiently that can be driven. Because you see, if I remove Cred's logo from it and put up growth's logo on it, the another finance app, it does not make any difference, right? It's the actor that is being highlighted, be it Rahul Dravid, Kapil Dev. If I remove Grow logo and put Motilal Oswal over it, that is something. I mean, that's where, in my perspective, it lacks that connection. It lacks that personalization. We seeing Rahul Dravid being, aggressive. I don't know why this thing will make a person relate to it, and what does it have to do with the brand. But anyway, that was a great approach they did. And yes, like you said, Aditi, they did strike a conversation around the people who were in the ad. So these are two different ads we have here. One is Instagrammable ad, which is bad days happen, capturing audience attention with an emotion to it. And then they're saying at least your stuff will be dry. They're not plugging their product directly. They are not being salesy enough. But at the same time, they took the attention of the people because they have mentioned an emotion here. Bad days happen. A bad day can be a lot of things, but they have visually represented it as well with rains. Suddenly, a rain pours down. You don't have anywhere to go, and your bag is all wet. And oh my god, if it has laptop, then you are gone for good. Ha, tauba, tauba, tauba.
I actually bought a waterproof bag because of this. हर चौथे दिन लैपटॉप लेके जाना पड़ता है और बारिश.
Acha, you did not buy a car for the laptop.
अरे बाय करके फायदा नहीं ना, सिखा कौन रहा है.
Oh, bapre, then a car and a driver. Oh my god. And then there is another ad. This is a paper ad which says think small. An ad written by Volkswagen quite a long time ago. If think small. And they go on and say our little car isn't so much of a novelty anymore. A couple of dozen college kids don't try to squeeze into it. The guy at the gas station doesn't ask where the gas goes. Nobody even stares at our Shopee. In fact, some people who drive a little fear don't even think 32 miles to the gallon is going any great guns. Or using 5 pins of oil instead of 5 quarters, or never needing antifreeze, or rocking up to 40,000 miles on a set of tires. See how personalized they have made it. These all specifications that they have mentioned could have been written. Our car has this, our car can run up to 40,000 miles on a set of tires. The average of the car is 32 miles to the gallon. The capacity is of 5 6 people, let's say, and we use 5 pins of oil, not 5 quarters, and we don't need any antifreeze in winters. But how personalized they have made. They took their brand as a person and they started talking like a human who would say कि यार मेरी तो चीज की कोई आजकल वैल्यू ही नहीं रही. People don't ask me or anything. I have people or I would say someone has lost interest in me. Yes, Ananya.
Like you were just talking about emotional connection a few minutes back with that bad day ad. So there was, I just remember there was this old ad I had seen somewhere of Zandu Bam. Like a mother is very tired and the daughter goes to help her putting it. So no, I just remembered when you said about emotional connection.
Hmm.
So
There is one cable. I don't remember RR cable, I guess, or some R.
हैवेल्स की केबल, हैवेल्स केबल की एड बड़ी फेमस हुई थी वो चूल्हे पर रोटी वाली.
Yes, yes,
आई गेस
yes, yes. That only. That only.
हैवेल्स की केबल की एड थी वो तो. आई वाज
Hmm.
रिमेम्बरिंग दैट एड.
Hmm. See, in the similar way, this is a paper ad that Volkswagen did. They used a different emotion. They made a person, like they made the brand speak like a person who is just saying, "Yeah, our car isn't so much of a novelty anymore. A couple of dozen college kids don't try to squeeze inside it. The guy at the gas station doesn't even ask where the gas goes. Nobody stares at our shopping. In fact, some people who drive a little fear don't even think 32 miles to the gallon is going any great guns, or using 5 pins of oil instead of 5 quarters, or never needing antifreeze, or rocking up to 40,000 miles on a set of tires. That's because once you get used to some of our economies, you don't even think about them anymore. Except when you squeeze into a small parking spot, or renew a small insurance bill, or pay a small repair bill, or trade in your old Volkswagen for a new one. Think it over. All of the things that people uh, factor in while buying a car. What's the average? What's the size? How much at what point of time the car will need maintenance? What kind of insurance will it have? If I have any accident or something, God forbid, but if I have any mishappenings, what will be the repair cost of it and everything? They have made it very humanized, very personalized here. Two more ads that I show in my copywriting session, I want to show you here as well. One of this ad, Morris Garage MG wanted to have females come over and join in the technical sector of it in India. So this ad was in free press, not free press, in the Times of India. See, one fine morning you're having a paper in your hand, Times of India, and you see this: women don't get cars. Wouldn't it strike a thought in you? And then the ad goes on and say, try saying that to Meera Arda. I'll let you all read it in your mind. This is enough for you guys, or should I zoom in more? Done. Women don't get cars. Try saying that to Mira Arda. Mira hasn't even passed out from school yet, but that doesn't stop this young racer from Vadodara from becoming the first Indian female driver to compete in one of the highest classes of Formula race in the country. A national champion in India karting national series. She has also named Formula 4 Rookie Champion of the Year in 2016. Mira has a whole slew of awards to her name: Outstanding Women in Motorsports, Outstanding Women Performance Drivers, and first place at the Highland Extreme TSO Off-Roading Rally being some of them. To say women don't get cars, don't understand cars, would be silly. To say that to Mira would be asking for trouble. We are MG Motors and we are on a lookout for our own Mira, Savas, Devanjana, Saras, and Nehas. In short, women with drive. Positions are open across purchase, product engineering, manufacturing, and a capital of other functions. Point your browser at mgmotor.co.in to apply. The way we see it since the beginning of time, there's only been one rightful place for women, and that's the driver's seat. Crazy. Takes you through a whole ride, makes you understand what it is about, clearly speaks to you, makes it personalized. And after reading this, I'm sure you will share it with a person who is capable or appropriate for this position. You'll share this, you'll click this picture and you'll send it to your women or like to your friend in your group, female friend in your group that must, that might, fill in the appropriate position. Although there are less women, less female students in mechanical class, and I know for sure this thing. We had one girl in the batch of 50 who also came in second year after doing her diploma. She joined the college in second year. The next ad, which I was talking about, this whole ad you can find out. This is Patagonia's "Don't Buy This Jacket" ad. They made this ad and this was huge success. It was huge success. They wrote directly, "Don't buy this jacket," making it so personalized and opposing to their motto of buying this jacket. When you go on and read, it's all about different perspective towards how your clothing should be done and how they are um manufacturing and what all things are used when you manufacture a piece of cloth or jacket. So why should we not buy a lot of clothes unless it is very needed? And why we should repair and use our old clothes or the same clothes that we are wearing up to a point that it is not being useful, and then you can again make it useful. It's a great ad. You can have a read. This was a print ad, and this took a wild turn. Like it felt it it took a toll on people's mind. These are few ads that we should see. And these are all written ads. So when you are writing a script, that is also a part of copywriting. When you are writing a paper ad, that is also part of copywriting. When you are asking people to in your blog to subscribe to your newsletter, that is also copywriting. When you're writing email subjects for people to show up and reply to your emails, that is also copywriting. Copywriting is everywhere. Wherever you are persuading a mind of human, that is the place copywriting exists. Sarashche? Okay, we move forward. So these are four broader points, I would say, for the fundamentals of writing a copy. Now we have seen everything, and I've made a nichode, a gist out of all the slides that we have gone through tonight. First is you put efforts to convey benefits to your audience. You understand, you write, you make points, you make notes about what your consumers are doing, and second, what benefits do they seek. Nowadays, advertisement is not just about stating your features, it's about stating the benefits of those features to the audience. The feature of Swiggy is that they deliver quickly. The benefit is they'll just act quickly. They'll not see if actually getting groom is possible or not. If you write groom, they'll just start wrapping it up for you. That's the benefit. They've got you. It can be shown in a lot of ways. But your efforts must be to understand how your audience is speaking to the cohort, and then what benefits do they seek out of a particular service that you are writing for or a product that you are writing for. What things can benefit them which can be added in their life. Make sense? So when you go around research, get all of this stuff ready in your notebook or whatever you do. I am a old school guy, so I have 3 different notebooks for myself that I write in. One that is rough, where I just scribble and I don't know what all things I do. The second is where I refine it, and the third one is where I'll put the final thing that we do. So the first rough copy has been, the rough copy phase is this. The rough copy and the semi-rough copy for me is this, where I just scribble, find things, and figure out the stuff. When I finish my scribbling, brainstorming, I start with this. So there is no such thing that this is 1, this is 2, or this is 3, or this is 4. You can list out the benefits of your products and then research around people of your target audience. And it's not important that you write first the crisp and compelling headline and then you write the body content. You can write the body content altogether of the ad first and then figure out what's the heading that can be done. But your heading should be very crisp and very compelling, because we are talking about persuading people. And the less you speak, more intrigued they are. Make it crisp, make it compelling. And then you bound the readers by their choice. Since you have got an understanding of what benefits the customer, you start binding them by the choice of themselves to read your ad, and not you being a company selling something. Volkswagen could have just written that, these are the features, these are the specifications, and these are the things that you should remember. But Volkswagen made things look beneficial for people in a way that people likes to read. They bound them by their choice. And then you focus on risk reversal. You focus on risk reversal or on a lot of parameters. Is it hurting anybody's emotion? Is it driving is it pointing directly towards one community? Is it showing some opposite brand uh, arrogance, or you're looking down at another brand? It should not be something like this. Your aim is not to be in that part, because when this risk happens and if you do not have a fallback plan, you can take your brand into a big deep heap of trouble, because this will directly affect their sales. Did you did you know about the recent Ola um, banter that went on X? Kunal Kamra and the owner of Ola company had a banter, had a back and forth word around X, word around Ola on X. Are you aware of it?
No, I think I'll need to take a course on how to use X only because it's such a complicated app. मुझे समझ ही नहीं आता.
Instagram
So
has
can
made
you repeat
it so.
what? Ola वाली बात.
Hmm?
Can you repeat once again?
Have you seen the banter that has been between the Kunal Kamra comedian and this Ola's founder on X? Did you see that?
आई गेस मैंने देखा था बट मुझे याद नहीं हो क्या था.
So there was back and forth. Kunal Kamra wrote about Ola, whereon he went on and said, um, your scooters, I'm not an EV fan, or this is not something that I'm promoting, or I'm uh, getting paid for. But he genuinely wrote that the issue with Ola scooters and companies is, one, they have a very long waiting period right now, and the repair times are also very long. The scooters are not being repaired timely and not are not duly being serviced by the company, and the performance issue has been there. So Kunal Kamra addressed that in one of his posts on X, and the founder then replied to it in a very arrogant manner. He started saying that I can give you job which can pay off your bills in a much better way than your lousy drowned comedy career. You search this on Google and you see how this thing turned up. At the end, the Ola's founder did not have a right approach towards the situation, and that made the whole brand put on a pedestal of risk. When this banter was over, when this back and forth was over, at the end, because all of the comments and statements that the founder of Ola gave, it resulted in in dropping of the stock price of Ola. The price of the share of Ola went down, and very quickly. That is what is an effect of risk reversal. If you don't reverse the risky part, if you don't think on it, and if you think, because as writers, a lot of times what we write is our brainchild, and we get very possessive about our brainchild. So we just fight along and we will just fight along to make people print, post, or share our thing. But we need to understand that we have to have a risk reversal thing, a risk reversal check while going through our copy, because this kind of effects can be shown on the brand. I guess that's it for copywriting session with you guys, and this was my last live session with you guys. Yes, Naili.
Even there was an ad like years ago of Dove that they wanted to show like they made different types of bottles to show different types of body shapes, but they had like in a positive way they did, but it had clashes because people took it in a negative way. Like they were like means like different container would have different ml, so they took in a different way, but they had done in a way for promoting body shapes and a good everything we should accept, but people took it in a negative way.
Hmm. And this is one of the reasons that Fair and Lovely has had to rebrand themselves and say Glow and Lovely. Great. So this is my last live session with you guys. You have another, I guess, for resume and portfolio. Oh, by that I remember I'll make you go through quickly through the portfolio approach that you should have. I will help you. Uh, Let me share my screen. Too much. So this is very छोटू सा 11 पेज का ही. What is a portfolio? How to make a portfolio? How to add work samples? What should you include? We'll be speaking about this. This particular PDF has something here. This doesn't load properly. So basically, portfolio is a document where you have a collectively representation of all your work collectively, where you talk about your previous experience, where you talk about your journey, your vision, and the work that you've done in the past. It can go very long, बहुत लंबा भी जा सकता है, as long as 40 pages, 50 pages, it can be 10 pages as well. It depends on how you see yourself and you want the other person to see. If you see yourself as a great storyteller, you might want to tell a story throughout your portfolio. How did you start off? How did you worked on certain briefs that you're mentioning in your portfolio? Because remember, we are writers. Our first and foremost skills will be words, using the words effectively. So to design portfolio, there are a lot of different places. One of them being Canva. There is Google Slide as well. Slides Go pe you can find a lot of different templates, and Google Slide, in that you can edit them. These are different approaches. If you don't have any work to show in your portfolio right now, you can pitch anyone. You can pitch your family, friends who have businesses, who run their Instagram page, some relative who runs, let's say, imitation jewelry business. You can take them. You can ask them. You can ask the nearby cafes next to you. You can ask your schools or college group. We have different cultural groups. You can ask them to let you handle for a week or two, and then you write content for them. You write copy pieces for them. You write captions for them. Second is, you can start something of your own, like what Vanshika did. She started writing blogs and she's sharing snippets. You can also start something of your own. It can be just an Instagram page, just a LinkedIn profile. It can be a blog post as well. It can be a YouTube channel where you post faceless reels or shorts, but your copy or original content is there. Or you can create random samples, which is in our writers field, it is called spec ads. SPECS, specs and ads, that is ADS. Basically, this is, you take a specification of a brand and you make an ad out of it. Here, I've also mentioned you can write articles, product descriptions, social media posts for imaginary brands as well. Product description, what we see on Amazon and Flipkart, that can also be a very persuasive thing, something that you write in such a way that people read it, not just scroll through it. You can create random Insta posts on Canva related to any brand. You know, like I said, I have mentioned writing captions would be great. You can take your friends who are posting on Instagram. You can write some story caption for them in one line, a caption for their post, something like that. कुछ भी कुछ जुगाड़ करके you have to find out things and start practicing what you've learned. Otherwise, this will all be, you will be back to square one if you don't start writing. These are things that you can include. Not all of them might be right for you. That's why I've written this particular thing for you guys. Content writing samples like emails. I was mentioning about subjects line of emails as well. Blogs or video editing samples, like you can use them. But majorly blogs, emails, captions, all of these works as a content writer. And then you should add the certificate as well, because this will have a leverage on your portfolio and the person who will be reviewing it as well. See, we'll be sharing 3 different portfolios. I'll go through them one by one, and we will focus on one of the, what do you say, portfolio of content writer. I'll zoom it for you. Can I present it? It'll be better, yeah. So introduce yourself. See what a personalized line is like. Struggling to increase your presence on social media. This personalized. She talks about herself, the experience she has. Oh, okay. The experience she has, experience of emails, you know. Then she writes about her experience at Yuva. अरे यार ये क्या है? Just a minute. I don't know why this is happening. हाँ, her experience at Yuva, and then her experience in the internship that she had, and the services that she offers. This is something you need to mention in your portfolios. Not services initially, but what skills do you bring on your table? There might be a lot of skills. Well, what's that style of writing you would prefer for yourself? Similarly, this is from another mentee's portfolio, a review for all of us. She's mentioned about herself, her age, aim, what's her aim, schooling, where she's doing it from, about me, मैं कौन हूँ. She's making it personalized by, having that regional touch. She took the skills, shared about her life as well, head girl, video head girl, no, vice head girl, and all of the things that she's done throughout. An effective leader, effective communicator. She has also given the titles to it so that a person knows what is that one benefit they can get out of this thing. Services offered. These are all the examples that she did. See, Parking Pandit ke liye she made some ad, right? This is a content calendar. You can search it up on Google. It's not a big deal. You have to mention what post will go on what day. In short, that is what a content calendar means. These are the works that she did, the previous internship experience she has mentioned, all the previous internship mentions. And then some more photos. and her achievements. One thing she missed here is how to contact her. We need to have an understanding. We need to give them a space where they can contact you.
So basically, this should include email IDs or phone numbers. How to contact.
Yeah, I mean, whatever feels suitable for you. If you're comfortable in sharing your contact number, you can do that. Otherwise, drop your email ID or your Insta ID. That also works. Or your LinkedIn profile ID.
LinkedIn is better. That is public because Instagram profile hardly anybody sees. It's private mainly.
Yeah,
Most of
email
the
and
time.
LinkedIn works. Email should be there. I think that gives a more professional approach to it.
I think LinkedIn is much more because that shows the real work of yours, what you have
Sorry?
posted. How I believe LinkedIn is one of the most professional type because it shows your professional work, your connections, your views, everything is like visible there. So I believe LinkedIn is
See,
better.
it's okay if you want to take LinkedIn, okay, but LinkedIn has come right now. Email has been there for a long time. This is
But
for
it's
a
like
yeah, yeah.
LinkedIn पे you have everything what you did or what for you are working for or something but email पे हम कुछ ऐसे शो नहीं कर सकते ना कि क्या करा हमने तो
This
Rajni was
portfolio
right
that
there.
you're sharing, that's what we are doing, no, by sharing the portfolio. We are sharing the portfolio just to make them see the work that you've done. In the contact page, you can give them the username if you want to make them see more of your work. You can ask them in the contact page for more work. You can head on to my LinkedIn profile. You can head on to my Instagram profile. This particular profile that you have been uploading work on, let's say.
Got it.
And that's your personal choice. But email is preferred more because people and big CEOs usually reply to emails very quickly than your LinkedIn messages. Um, this is a digital marketer's portfolio. See, she's mentioned the services and then she's mentioned how these services are incorporated in her portfolio and how is she a better choice. See, this is another example of content calendar where you write the image copy, captions, what date it should go on, and time of the post. If you search it up on internet, it's not a big deal. You'll understand what it is. And as the name suggests, it's a calendar for the content to be uploaded on the pages or the website. Some designs that she's made, certifications that she has done, and insights of how this gives a proof. If you have done something and you have results, to show the results makes more authentic, more credibility to your work, gives a leverage to you if you show them some proof of your work. She has given before and after how the reaching in engagement and overall subscriber count, follower count, or what it is, impressions has increased. The certification she has done. So portfolio is easy when you can figure out two things. One is what kind of writing style is your primary style. Is it storytelling or is it more of you know uh, meme-ish way? Then you build on your portfolio like that. You have, because it's your presentation before someone who talks to you, he or she will watch your portfolio. They should have an understanding, this girl will get some energy to the group. She'll be a great addition. So along with your work samples, you should have your style in that as well. Wow, great. Tejal, you look so confused right now. Everything is going inside the head or over the head.
Yes, sir, it is.
Perfect. It's just the sleepy, drowsiness that is kicking in after 10. Great. Okay, guys. I hope you write great content. Share it with me whenever you write, and let me know if you need any kind of, if you want to talk about something, if you want to have a better understanding on your content piece, whatever it is, you can reach out to me. Please feel free to reach out. Perfecto.
So,
Yes, Aditya.
yes, I was just saying yes.
Okay, great. So all the best. And I usually take picture at the end of the session. I've taken majorly all the pictures throughout the session. If you guys can open up your cameras, the rest of you, it'll be great. Otherwise, I'm just quickly taking a picture and going. I'm confused. Should I sleep or should I read? Or should I work? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe sleep is the dominant one every time. Cool. Let's take a picture. Oh, great. कोई और आ रहा है? कोई और खोल रहा है कैमरा? कि नहीं, सजने संवरने का टाइम है अभी?
सर सजने संवरने की बात नहीं है। राइट नाउ आई एम बेबी सिटिंग माई डॉग, सो आई डोंट नो फोटो मेरा आएगा कि मेरे पेट्स का आएगा।
अरे पेट्स चलेंगे ना?
अच्छा, इनको पहले शांति से एक जगह पे बिठा दूं बिकॉज वन ऑफ देम इज कॉन्स्टेंटली जंपिंग ऑन द बेड।
Great, man. You have two
And what
dogs or
about
three
us
dogs?
who are looking ekdam homeless right now?
Hey, yes, up? Hey, where's your dog now, huh? We wanted your dogs as well. Hey, let's take a picture. Just a minute. Okay. Yeah. Great. Great. Okay. Adios, amigos. Muchos gracias. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Bye.